Since Power Rangers started in 1993, we have only seen almost the same style of suits, and I am not referring to the design, but to the materials used. Having used the same materials all this time was fine, since the series was aimed at a children's audience and the suits are great for that type of audience. Now that the series is going to be aimed at an adult audience, we think the suits need to change, and we are talking specifically about the materials they use to create them. Sometimes it's not so much about the materials, but about the texture they have, because the texture can give them a more impressive style. We could notice this in the 1995 movie, that despite having the same actors as in the TV series, the difference was very noticeable, as the suits in the movie were spectacular. With the technology that exists now, it is no longer an excuse to have simple suits, so this should change in the reboot, and we are going to show 5 suits that are a good example of what are suitable materials. We should start with the Superman suit, but we are talking about the Superman played by Henry, since it has been the best suit of this character that we have seen in the movies. In this occasion, I am not referring to the design, since we know that fans of this character may have other opinions about the design used for these movies. With this suit, I am referring to the texture it has, and the basic material they used doesn't matter. The important thing is all the texture they were able to give it to make it look like a resistant suit. A character as strong as this one can't wear a suit that looks like it's going to break easily, so that texture is very appropriate for this suit. Another important thing is the colors, because, being a movie aimed for a more adult audience, they decided to choose darker and more opaque colors. Next on the list is the Ironman suit, and I know that many will say that I have criticized many times the suits of the 2017 movie because they look like Ironman suits. I want to explain the difference between the two, and that is that I don't mean that they make Ironman-like designs, but that they can use metal parts in the suits or even a full metal suit. This type of material can work for special rangers, shields, or some special armor. Almost all armor in Power Rangers look like plastic, and this can't keep happening in the reboot. I think there are things that should look metal, and Ironman suit is a great inspiration for this. Another suit with excellent materials is that of Wonder Woman, and despite looking like a simple suit, it really is not. The suit of this warrior may seem simple because it does not cover the entire body, but we can notice that it has several different materials. This suit has metallic parts and other parts with a softer fabric, but at the same time it has an excellent texture. If we get a little closer, we can notice all the texture that the bottom part has, and we will also notice that the red part has a different texture. The best thing about this suit is that even the boots are made of the same material as the torso, and this makes it look awesome. This suit is another example that simply changing the material can make a big change, because if we look at the suit of the old Wonder Woman, we will realize the big difference between both suits. Let's be honest, the classic Wonder Woman only looks like she came from a comedy series, but the current Wonder Woman really looks like a warrior. The next example is Black Adam's suit in the movie that Dwayne Johnson did, and this is possibly the best example to be able to explain what I've been trying to say for a long time about Power Ranger suits. This suit has one of the best textures I have ever seen, besides being quite simple in its design, but at the same time they managed to make it look not so simple because of all the texture they put on it. Besides this, all the parts that are yellow colored made them look epic because of all the battle stains they put on them. These are simple details, but at the same time they are very important for any suit. I can also understand that many are going to say that the suit looks good because the actor has the perfect body to make the suit look good, but this style can look good on any actor who has a pretty decent physique. I want to show you that this suit is not made of special materials, and if we get closer, we can see the wrinkles that the suit forms when the actor is sitting down. This shows us that the suit is simple and quite possibly comfortable for the actors. The last suit on this list is Captain America's, and although we all know that this character has changed suits many times, the style of the material remains the same. There are even many fans who have not even noticed all the times this character has changed suits because they always use the same materials. Since the first movies, this character had a suit made of fabric, but at the same time it did not look like a normal fabric because of all the details that were included in the design. Even the suit of the new Captain America is also created with the same materials despite having a very different design, and the textures and materials are an essential part of the character. We should also mention that some suits were not tight, which means that the actor should not have the perfect body to look good in this suit. Something important we should point out is that this suit always has a lot of stuff all over the place, and obviously this is an essential part of the character for being a soldier. This is important to mention because Rangers always have blasters, guns, swords, and different things that most of the time just magically appear. This is a bit unrealistic, and if they want to create a series that is a bit more realistic so that it can be more suitable for adults, then I think it would be better if the Rangers can carry their weapons all the time. I want to show you all some examples of what can be suits inspired by these suits I just showed you. We'll start with the Red Ranger suit inspired by Ironman, a metallic suit with some details in gold color. The next suit is inspired by Captain America, and here we can see the different materials with all the details that goes with this blue suit. In another photo, we can see other details of the material used, and with this it is demonstrated that a Ranger suit can be made with these types of materials. The next suit is the Yellow Ranger, and for this one we use the Wonder Woman suit as inspiration. It may not have all the details or colors that the Wonder Woman suit has, but we did use the technique of combining different materials in the same suit. The Black Ranger is obviously inspired by Black Adam, and even though it doesn't have all the textures, we wanted the suit to have all those war details. The material used is leather-like, and this is great for these colors. The last suit is inspired by Superman's suit, and although it doesn't have the same colors, what we were looking for was for the suit to be tight and opaque. The materials are also a bit similar, and this shows us that Power Rangers can manage to have serious suits for a more adult audience. Write in the comments your opinion about all these suits, like this video and subscribe for more Power Rangers suits.